So whilst Ross is trucking away here, sort of a third of the way through his stint, I thought I'd give you a little look at the different setups that people are running. So first of all, let's go and have a little look at Ross. He's on the Tax Flow wheel-on trainer. He's got his power meter on there, cheeky little Q rings on the go, which supposedly help him with his pedal stroke, get him a little bit extra power, which we always love. Soon to be investing in a smart trainer once he gets permission from his wife. This is me, Elite Diretto X smart trainer. Served me well so far, picked it up in lockdown, and yeah, would highly recommend. Got quite a rangy cassette on there at the moment. It's just the only one that I had spare. My legs aren't actually that weak. They might be tomorrow, we'll see. James is on the Kicker, Wahoo Kicker, very popular trainer, well reviewed, and he's got his kind of old winter bike set up on there, so that's us. Ross has got the big fan trucking away there, keeping him cool, whilst he's just trying to regulate his effort so he's not going to overcook himself for the early hours of the morning. And that's how things are going at the moment. We'll catch you later on. Okay, so post-ride leg 8. So we've all done 2 stints each of just about an hour. A couple of us have done a little bit over an hour because we've been in decent groups on Zwift or just finishing off a course before somebody else kicks off. So all going good. Little bit of fatigue. We're kind of a third of the way through the event so far. So trying to regulate effort to make sure that we've got something left for the night and tomorrow. So finished ride, just enjoyed a nice bit of pasta and chicken that Sophie prepared for me. And a cupcake, a little bit of recovery drink. Had a shower and then just come to check leaderboards and update data. So this is the one for you data geeks out there. So this is our spreadsheet that we're keeping up to date with all of our information on distance, time, Strava activities, average speeds, average powers, average heart rates, just so we can kind of look back at the data as we go through to kind of see where we're at. And if we do end up doing this event again in the future, this kind of data will be useful for us. Also then checking in on the leaderboards. So as you can see there, we're sitting in 9th overall at the moment, out of just over 200 teams, so chugging along quite nicely. Obviously the leaderboards jump when everyone uploads, so you don't really know if that's true 9th or not, but you know, we're up there, which is great. Just going to go back over to the garage now, across the road. James is riding, handing over to Ross shortly. We're going to drop down now to 45-ish minute stints, depending on how we're feeling, just to regulate a little bit more turnover in the legs between efforts, and hopefully keep on going through the night. We'll see how that goes. We'll update you all a little bit later on. So here we go. It's getting late. Don't even know what the time is. 22:11. Fabulous. Great time for a bit of Crit City race. So here we go. I'm on a countdown to get the race underway. Entered a category or two below where I should be, hoping that the pace will be a bit gentler, but I still get a nice little draft from the group in James's garage, solo. I could nick his bike, but it's massive, so it's going to be way too big for me, so we won't worry about that. So yeah, we're heading into the night shift, let's say. Spirits are high, boys are doing well. We had one minor issue with iPad freeze just as we were trying to upload Ross's last ride. Little bit of squeaky bum time, but other than that, looking good, feeling fresh, being well looked after by James's family and Sophie and the girls across the road. It's way past their bedtime, but they're quite excited by all this, so still up. I'm just about to head into a 47-minute stint, and I'll see you on the other side.
Here we are, into the early part of the night shift. Darkness outside. The suffering goes on inside. George, midway through a two-parter, hoping to consolidate a position at first place of the male standing leaderboard. It'll all be on his shoulders if it drops off.
It's tough at the top. I'm all right, man. Nice little
packing well, packing well.
250 watt average for the ride so far.
Just cruising along, 44 kph, lovely. We'll see how this one plays out.
So just a quick overview of the display that I set up on my Garmin. So we've got 3-second power, lap power, heart rate, cadence, and then current lap and average power. Gives me enough info to keep me going. And at the end of the ride, you get a recovery time of 38 hours. Not ideal when you've got to jump back on the bike in 2. Anyway, it's all going well. Just had a little power nap, 1 hour. So down in the makeshift bed down there, keeping it quiet, don't want to wake the kids. Didn't really get to sleep, but rested the legs for a little bit. Jack's up in Scotland just doing his stint now, and he's going to drop us in at 2 a.m. For what they call the power hour. So this is an hour where everything that you ride is doubled. So we're going to split that up between me, Ross and James, and try and do 20 minutes quite hard each, see how far we can get, and see how that goes. I'm just going to go and get myself an espresso, maybe a little bite to eat to keep me going for a little stint, because after the power hour I'm going to be soloing with Jack for a little while to let Ross and James get some sleep time, and then we'll switch over a little bit later on, but great. Right, here we go. This is Ross coming towards the end of the power hour. Power hour, all mileage doubled. He's really tapping it out. We've done 20 minutes each, myself, James and Ross. Fairly slick handovers. Minor issues with Zwift not being as quick as we'd like it to be, but hey ho. Ross is about to hand over to James. He's going to do a quick 5 minutes before I duck into a race, and these boys can go and get some rest for a couple of hours. Right, it's just clicked over past 3:30 a.m. Jack and I have just double teamed a 2-hour slot, doing half an hour's each. Keeping it short, legs are getting tired, a little bit crampy. Eyes are looking a bit fooked. So left James is over there, he's dipping in at 4 a.m. for an hour. So Ross has got till 5 a.m. to get some kip. He's in his camper van on James's drive. I'm going to head inside now, get some food, maybe some beans on toaster, and then try and get my head down for a couple of hours before getting back on it around 7 a.m, which will hopefully be us with the finish line in sight. Well, 5 hours away. It's quite a long time, but we'll see. Right, let's go and see if I can refresh these legs. Headed in now. 8 a.m, 4 hours to go.
Switching on to the one that starts at 8:10 then.
James tapping away. Ross, what's going on? I thought you were starting 5 past, is it?
Yeah, it's all in good time, all in good time.
All under control. Let's have a look what he's got down here for his little snacks. He's got himself a little banana, a few gels. This is my side, little Madeleine there for my next stint. It's a little treat. James tapping it away. Probably just cruising along at 47 kph, yeah, ideal. And 4 hours to go. Lovely job, all pretty tired, but doing well. 5th on the leaderboard at the moment, so we'll see where we end up at the end. So just finished a fairly long stint, just over an hour for me, handed over to Jack, and we're now all on last half an hour, so it'll come back round to me at 11:30 to take the team home. At the moment, waiting for Jack to upload, so we've got 30 minutes of riding to upload. We're currently in 11th overall out of 200. Hopefully Jack's upload will pop us up a little bit, and we'd imagine most other teams now are on short rides, just because everyone's probably shattered. So we'll see where it ends up. Who knows? But going well, holding up, legs are all right, and looking forward to the last ride. We've got to give a massive shout out to Jack up in Edinburgh, tapping this out on his own with a little bit of support from his better half, Catherine, putting in some excellent distances, putting us to shame at times. So well done, Jack. Sorry you're missing out down here, but you've been a great member of our team. Right, so we've got James just finishing off his last half-hour stint. He's doing a great job. Brilliant. They're trucking along at 44 kph, just casually popping out 400 plus watts. Loving your work, good stuff. And then Ross is hooked in ready. He's got a little event that he's going to join, a little group ride. And then he's going to pass the baton to me to finish off. Get all our data uploaded safely and wait and see what the results say. So all in all, we're looking pretty good. Still alive, just about. Bleary-eyed a little bit, but we're doing well. Right, we'll do a final check-in after the end, really, I think. So this was a lovely bit of footage that Ross grabbed for us with some excellent commentary, lots of wit in there, but didn't seem to pick up the audio. So James and Ross were done, enjoying a little bit of sunshine and a rest, and leaving me to bring things home with a little group ride and trying to empty the tank in the last 5 minutes a little bit to try and just grab those extra miles that we might need to push us up the leaderboard. So it was all worth it. We ended up 12th out of 200 odd teams. So super pleased. More importantly, we had a great time doing it. So thanks very much for tuning in.